About Time with RASHANSBOUTTIMEBOXIN, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. I just want to thank everybody, man, who has been taking out the time to watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and leave the comments. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, and you're watching this video or any of my videos for the first time, please just hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification button to stay up on the latest with Rashan's About Time Boxing. Just diving a little bit into this whole press conference kickoff with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. And I saw the initial, the kickoff, and then they did one in New York. And it seemed like each time they start talking, whether it's Steven Espinoza or, you know, or Tom Brown, you know, like the kickoff, Jimmy Lennon Jr., he said Terence Crawford was a 2-division world champion. He a 3-division world champion. And even with the one in New York, and like what Steven Espinoza was talking about, Errol Spence, talking about his resume and, you know, who he beat, like the fact that he fought, you know, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Kell Brook, like he brought all of this stuff up. But then when he got to Terence Crawford, he mentioned some things about Bud. And the only thing that he said about Terence Crawford was that his last 10 fights was by knockout. Now, other than Ugas, Errol Spence's last 3 fights were by either unanimous or split decision. The last time Errol Spence had a 10 streak, like where he knocked out, I believe, his last 10 opponents, was in 2018. Well, leading up to, it stopped in 2018. It was, you know, leading up. So y'all know what I mean. But I feel like that they're trying, I feel like every time they talk, it's like they trying to, I still feel like they still trying to downplay Terence Crawford's resume. Like, even him and Errol Spence went back and forth. Like, Errol Spence tried to say Kell Brook was broken, you know what I mean? And Terence Crawford said, was he broken when you fought him? And he talking about, no. Like, what do you mean he wasn't broken when, like, come on, man. Like, you trying to make it seem like when you beat Kell Brook, he was the best version of himself. And then now, when Terence Crawford beat him, he wasn't the best version of himself. He didn't say that about Sean Porter. And Terence Crawford stopped Sean Porter. And believe it or not, Sean Porter was getting out on Errol Spence in that fight. That's why, again, if we talking about this fight, you're going to always hear me say the closest you're going to get to a blueprint on beating Errol Spence is the Sean Porter fight. Period. He was getting out on Errol in that fight. So when they talk about the fact that, you know, he was like, oh, he's beating the likes of Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. But when you look at those people that he beat, you got to look at their resume and look at who did they beat. Danny fought Kendall Holt, Zab Judah, Paul Malignaggi, just to name a few. Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter Jr., Adrian Broner. I think he won his IBF belt when he fought Sergey Lipinets. Boots stopped Sergey Lipinets in 8 rounds, knocked him out. Spence fought Chris Van Heerden. Boots was getting ready to stop Chris Van Heerden in 1 round. Mikey Garcia, other than him beating Sergey Lipinets, he beat somebody named, Dehan Ladder Cannon for the WBC lightweight title. And don't y'all gonna sit up there and tell me y'all know who that is? But when people favor a fighter, no matter who they beat, they gonna be the man. And nobody knew who Dehan Ladder Cannon was when Mikey took that belt from him, but yet he had a belt. So when Bud beat Jeff Horn for the WBO title, he beat Ricky Burns and Victor Postal, and look, I mean, he fought Sean Porter, he fought Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Thomas Delorme, Yuriorkis Gamboa. If you want to get into the other side of his Buzz resume, like the earlier, okay, you want to say what? Hank Lundy, John Molina Jr., Mean Machine, Kavalauskas, Jose Benavidez, Ray Beltran. But when you look at people that Errol Spence fought, like a Lamont Peterson or Ugas or Chris Van Heerden or Chris Algieri or Carlos Ocampo or Leonard Bundu, when you look at these people, those people could be, they are like similar or equal to the Hank Lundys, the John Molina Jr.'s, the Juniors, the Kavalauskas, the Jose Benavidez, the Ray Beltran. Like, that's, both of these guys did what they were supposed to do with the opposition that they put in front of them early in their career. When you building your resume, everybody gonna get those. So I wish everybody would stop trying to make it seem like Errol Spence's resume is just like so much more better than Terence Crawford's. Like, he did so much more. He's 28-0 with 22 knockouts. Bud is 39-0 with 30 knockouts. And the reason why people try to downplay Bud's resume is because he got more wins and more knockouts. But he turned pro before Errol Spence too. So, you know what I mean? So that's the one people, so when you bring up the resumes, they just be like, man, well, yeah, he might got more knockouts and more fights, but who he beat? But when you, like I said, when you look at Mikey's resume, Danny's resume, you know what I mean? Like, only reason why nobody ain't questioning Kell Brook and Sean Porter for real is because they both fought those guys and beat them. That's the only reason why. But if Bud hadn't fought Kell Brook or Sean Porter, everybody be like, yeah, you want Kell Brook, you want Porter, this. They would have been saying that. And don't tell me because Ugas beat over the hill, way past his prime, Manny Pacquiao, that you know what I mean? Because the Pacquiao who beat Broner, that beat Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that beat Ricky Hatton and all that. No way in the world Ugas beats that Pacquiao, period. I don't care what nobody say. Don't. So I wish that, throughout this press conference and just in general, I wish people would stop trying to downplay Terence Crawford's resume. And because Errol Spence accomplished everything at welterweight and no other division, they try to question, oh yeah, well, you're a 3-division world champion, but who you beat? Mikey won the lightweight title by the WBC lightweight belt by beating somebody named Dehan Ladder Cannon. You ain't hear nobody saying, well, you ain't hear nobody telling Mikey you ain't beat nobody. When he beat Sergey Lipinets for the IBF junior welterweight title, you ain't nobody saying he ain't beat nobody. Nobody told Danny Garcia when he beat Paul Malignaggi, who only got 7 knockouts still to this day, that he didn't beat nobody. When he beat Zab, who was past his prime and didn't have a heart for it no more and was a shell of what he used to be, nobody didn't say he didn't beat nobody. When he beat Kendall Holt. So all of these fighters get these people where you gonna, expose them early. And then you gonna get those people who's that next step up. It's the process of building your resume. It's the process of daring to be great. It's all part of it. Do you think they gonna say when Bud going to the Hall of Fame, you know, you think they gonna talk about who he beat? The fact that he's a 3-division world champion, you think they gonna talk about that? No, because either way, he still had to get in there and fight to earn it. And if Spence become the first undisputed champion of the welterweight division, you think they gonna talk about? No, they great fight, but he earned it. They ain't gonna talk about who he beat leading up to doing it. They, you know, they say, oh, he won this belt, he did this, he did that, he fought these people, he fought this person. It's all part of this, all part of his resume. It's all part of the story. It's all part of the stories that these guys are writing for themselves with these when they step into the ring. That's what it's all about. So please stop trying to downplay Terence Crawford's resume like his resume, you know, is irrelevant and it don't mean nothing, you know, or it doesn't factor in to why this fight is being made. Because if he didn't beat nobody, like Errol Spencer was saying, why are they fighting me? Okay? And if Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, he'd be the first 2-division, you know what I mean, male undisputed champion. Because we know Clarissa Shields is a 3-time, 2-division undisputed champion in the female division. So, you know, like I said, man, listen, y'all drop the comments in the comment section below. Let me know, am I tripping? Or do it seem like when, you know, throughout this, like with this press conference, it seemed like they almost, like they trying to downplay Bud's resume, you know, a little bit. You know, making mistakes about it. 2-division world champion. He's a 3-division world champion. Current WBO welterweight champion. Former undisputed 3-division world champion. Errol Spence, everything at welterweight. And that's really all he got on his resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe Errol Spence will be, you know, a 2-division world champion. I believe he's going to go up to 154, you know, after this fight. And if they do the rematch, that'll be it, and then he'll go up. If Terence Crawford wins, it's possible he'll do the rematch and then retire. He said he wanted to retire by the time he was 33, so he's 2 years over that. But, you know, I digress a little bit, but drop the comments in the comment section below. And let me know what y'all think. Mom, get better. I'll be there to see you in the hospital. Hope you come home soon. I love you. I appreciate y'all, man. You know, again, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification button. And don't forget to like and share this video. Pass the word about Rashan's About Time Boxing. Appreciate y'all.